Can the Meris Mercury X recreate my 3 favourite presets from my beloved Strymon Bigsky? Let's find out. Welcome back to the channel, another video from me here on the Meris Mercury X. You might have seen my previous videos on the Meris LVX. I think there's 15 or 16 of those up here on the channel somewhere. If you haven't seen them, I'll drop some links at the end of the video. But in this video, I really want to dig deeper into the Mercury X and play it side by side alongside the Bigsky. I had the Bigsky on my board for around 9 years prior to buying the Mercury X, which almost has been a direct replacement. I want to look at how easy and effective it is to recreate my 3 favourite presets from the Bigsky, the ones that I leaned into the most, and get them in the Mercury X. Probably my most commonly used setting in the Bigsky is my first bank, and it's C, which is a hall setting. Sounds a little bit like this. Yeah, something about that I could just sink into and could literally play just with that on for hours. Let's try and recreate that. Firstly, before I do that, I'm going to see what my settings on the Bigsky are. As you'll see here, it flashes green when we're at. So I've got tone right up, which is useful to know when I come to do it. We've got low end, just under midway, mids in the middle, and a healthy bit of mod on there, which is good to know. Okay, I've got quite full pre-delay, about a third, and then mix probably about 75%. So that's a useful starting point. It helps me know where I need to be starting. So let's dive into the Mercury X. So we're going to go into a blank setting. It comes with something on there, but we know we're going to change that. So we're going to go hall. Got 78 hall. So we had treble right the way up, pretty much. So we'll go 90% on the treble. We've got the mids. What did we have on the mids? We had the low end about a third of the way up. So we've got bass at 30%. We'll go with that. And the mids were about 50, which is about where that actually is. So let's see how that's shaping up. Yeah, Meris is definitely darker. So tones getting there. Modulation, we had some modulation on the hall. Doesn't sound too extreme, but it's saying I'm about 60% up. So let's go to the modulation. Yep, Strymon's still brighter. Still brighter. Turn some of that bass and mids down. It's getting there. Need to turn the K down a bit. Bit more pre-delay. Too much. Mix. less. Starting to get there. Feel it. It's getting there. Hey, I could live with that. Cool. I'm going to save that up. That's my whole setting. I could absolutely live with that. So let's save that one. So we're going to call that Big Sky Hall. So the second preset that I'm going to try and recreate is from the cloud algorithm in the Big Sky, which, unless you've been living under a rock or aren't really interested in reverb, or either or both, you will know that Big Sky actually brought out a single pedal last year, utilizing the cloud algorithm and expanding upon it with the cloud burst. So yeah, no surprise, the cloud algorithm is brilliant in the Big Sky. It sounds a little bit like this. Love that thing. Cloud algorithm is not in the Mercury X, obviously, so we're gonna have to find a different algorithm. But let's just see what else we've got. So we're on cloud. Tone, sort of 50%, not much low end in, not much mids. So yeah, you can hear that. So really all about the high end. Mod, sort of 50%, so there's not a lot of modulation going on, just a slight amount. And clearly you can hear we've got decay set really high on that setting. And the intention of the preset really was that the decay acted as a pad underneath what I was playing, which hopefully you agree works. I've got some pre-delay on there, again, so we just hear that clarity, a bit more clarity of the attack, what I'm actually playing. And then we've got mix, probably about 70%. So nothing too crazy going on there. Yeah, okay, cool. So first thing we need to do is find an algorithm that comes somewhere near the cloud setting. So let's go into the Mercury X and we'll go straight to the reverb, and we're going to move from the standard sort of blank setting, which is ultra plate. We're going to go to gravity, which is one of the newer structures, and cathedrals from the Mercury 7. So let's try that first. We had low frequencies sort of all the way out, pretty much. High frequencies, we'll keep them at 100%. Mod depth, we'll put up to about 30%. And let's try that first. In fact, we'll go to here. So we've got high decay and mix about 75%. Modulation up a little bit. So let's try that with a little bit more pre-delay. First attempt. Yeah, nowhere near. We need more decay. Let's try that first. Bit more mix. Getting that. Yeah, Strymon still sounds more present, I want to say. Try taking diffusion down a little bit. A bit more pre-delay. Got something modulating there that I don't want. Mod depth. Turn it down. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. Battery break. I'm going to try just changing the algorithm with gravity, which is definitely a more ambient sort of pad texture like. So loads of mod up feedback on there. I'm going to turn that down. Too much mod on there for me. Don't want that. The mix a bit higher. Yeah, we need to adjust the EQ a bit. Bring some of the mids back in. Very nice. I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you. And my third most commonly used preset on the Big Sky is Bank 3A, which was a swell. So nothing super complicated about any of these reverbs, but they were the ones that I used the most time and time again. For the longest time, I used the Big Sky with the El Capistan running into it, and that was my guitar tone for a long time into a pretty clean Fender. But I want to recreate this swell setting now. Let's hear what it sounds like. So there we go. We know that it's completely wet. That much is obvious. Let's just do the usual. Understand what we've got. So we've got that really dark, actually. Possibly wouldn't want it that dark, eh? Yeah, I've got that really dark. I'm gonna bump the tone because I prefer it brighter. Don't quite know why I've got it so dark. The rise setting is basically the speed of the swell. So we could increase that, for example. So it's at 0.35 on there out of 4, so pretty quick relatively. Modulation, bit of modulation but not much whatsoever, and then a lot of pre-delay and full wet. So let's give that a go. I'm going to go with a plate reverb. And I'm going to keep the frequencies where they are in terms of the tone, because I don't want it to be as dark as previously. Where is swell? So swell sits within dynamics. So there we go. Third, 1, 2, 3. Third one along. We're going to apply that to the pre and the dry. So it's going to impact the whole dry signal that comes through, so you get a fully wet sound. Let's compare. So much longer decay. Damn, it's really nice on the Bigsky. Much longer decay, full wet, so you want the mix all the way up. Let's get in there. A bit brighter. So we'll turn the low frequencies down. I'm just going to turn the gain up a little bit just so it pokes through a bit more. So it's the gain up on the swell. There's something missing. It sounds a lot nicer on the Bigsky. There's something else going on in there actually. It might be more of a boost. Let's have a look. Red boost. No. Swell wet. So let's try not impacting pre and the post. Pre and the dry rather. Let's try post. More decay. Bigsky slower. So back to dynamics with swell. We're going to turn the attack down a bit. I want it to be slower. Yeah, Bigsky just sounds a lot fuller. Just turn the gain up on that. Turn the low frequencies up a bit more. Okay, we're getting there now. I needed to bring all the bass back in, which I've done. So I brought the low frequencies back in. We've got a low frequency and high frequencies up to 100%. That is sounding a lot closer. Let's just have another test. That's nice. That's getting really, really close. What I can do on the Mercury X, which I can't on the Big Sky, is just add some preamp stage to it. Probably use that setting with some low gain overdrive going into it. So let's try that. Let's try tube preamp. So yeah, just a little bit of gain, 30% level, 40%. Cool, I'm gonna save that up. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think? Do you think I got close to them? It certainly sounded it here in the room, but sometimes comes across a bit differently. But let me know what you think. What else would you like me to see me do with the Mercury X, or the Big Sky for that matter? Both pedals that are really, really now dear to my heart, and I'm currently working on a bunch of presets for all of them to make available to all of you lovely lot. And anyone else that you know that might be interested or benefit from those. Most of you don't subscribe to the channel, which is a real shame, because I post every single Monday and Wednesday with all sorts of content, music related, around production, gear, guitars, synths, pedals, all that sort of lovely stuff. And yeah, I'd love to have you along for the ride. So if you haven't already, scroll down a little bit, hit subscribe, click the bell for notifications, but I'm here every Monday and Wednesday. And I'm also over on Instagram, Nick Rees YT, my name, YT for YouTube. You can find me, and I post a load of behind the scenes stuff pretty much most days, either on Reels or on stories, sharing the process in creating all of this content and videos day after day. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. I'm off.